In this video, I am going to tackle two truths that every business owner needs to hear. The first is that sales feed your ego, but profits feed your family. And following on from that, a very common issue that I see in businesses, and it's more common than you would believe, is that if you can't pay yourself, you need to ask yourself, do you have a business or have you created a hobby? Let's break that down, and because I know that's a really harsh statement to make, but I see it too often. So I want to show you, well, should I say, I want to help explain more around these points about what I mean, how you can avoid falling into these pitfalls, and how you can use Xero to find these numbers so that you can see if your business is really working for you. Now, let's begin with this idea that sales just feed your ego and it's profit that feeds your family. Sales feel exciting. They make you feel like business is booming. But sales on their own are just vanity. You can have 200,000 pounds of sales, but if your expenses are 190,000 or 210,000 pounds, you're not running a thriving business. You're in fact running at a loss. And like I said, I see this very often. So don't get caught up in the sales figure alone. It might impress others, but it doesn't pay your mortgage. So go to Xero. Go to your reports, run your profit and loss, do a comparison month on month, year on year, and identify trends. Calculate your gross margins, understand what drives profitability, and don't just obsess over that top line sales figure. Because profits are what feed your family. Profit is what is left after expenses. And that's the number that actually matters because it's the money that supports your family. It's the money that pays your bills and gives you breathing room. Profit is sanity. Without it, your business will always feel like hard work with no or little reward. In Xero, you'll see this right at the bottom of your profit and loss under the net profit figure. Or I think in Xero, the wording is, and I'll put it on the screen, profit on ordinary activities before taxation. That is your figure or your amount of money that you have made after taking into account all your expenses, assuming that your Xero is fully reconciled. So remember, if you can't pay yourself, you need to ask that question of, are you really running a business or have you created a hobby? Here's the real kicker. If your profit doesn't leave enough room for you to pay yourself a proper salary or dividend, and put aside how you label it from a tax planning perspective, but are you taking home, take everything that the business gives you, actual money in your personal bank account? Is it rewarding you at or above a market-related salary? So if you were to go get a full-time job or a job covering the number of hours that you are working in your business, would you make more or less by being employed? Okay. If you are taking home a fraction of what you could earn being employed, you don't have a business, you have a hobby. And hobbies are expensive. Yes, maybe in those few startup years, you can justify taking less because you're reinvesting. But I see that dragged out for way longer than it needs to be, or way longer than it should. And people keep justifying that. But at the end of the day, there comes a point where it needs to turn into a business and not just a hobby. And a business is saying that supports you at a market-related pay, plus you get dividends, which is essentially a distribution of the profits for the additional risk that you take on by being a business owner. So when you review your numbers in Xero, ask yourself, is there enough left for me? If not, it's time to relook at your pricing, relook at your costs and how you're running your business. And the profit and loss report in Xero is a great place to begin this analysis. So remember, sales might make you look good. They're a great number to share with other people, but profits are what put food on your table. And if your business isn't paying you, then something has to change. If this hits home, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more straight talking Xero tips. And check out my Xero Hero live training link below in the description if you want to join one of my live training sessions where I'll show you how to make your numbers actually work for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.